Hi there, CU Denver Links. Welcome to our family. My name is Tirza Watts. I'm the Director of Student Life and Campus Community. And today I want to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about our office and some opportunities you have on campus. Our office is really about helping you become the best leader that you can be and finding a way for you to get involved on campus so that you actually find your family here. So when you think about our office, we have a neat little formula. We're leadership education. We want to teach you how to get engaged with the community. We want to help you find a student club or organization to join. And so we support all those groups on campus. And additionally, that factors into you feeling like you belong here and that you find community. That is our goal. I want to introduce you to the Student Involvement Ambassador team. These 5 students, Hiba, Jordan, Verena, Oscar, and Nadia, are here to help you get connected on campus. These 5 peer leaders will meet with you individually if you'd like to help you investigate student organizations on campus, talk through other ways to get involved, and they will host programs and events that you can join. One of the ones that I'm most excited about are meetup groups. If you've never heard of a meetup group, these are social groups that get together typically around a theme and then talk about that theme, do that theme. So many people, when they move to a new city, will find a meetup group. So our SIAs, again, that's the Student Involvement Ambassadors, will be hosting meetup groups the first 2 months of school, and we'll start the week of August 24th. So look for some advertising about that. Next, I want to shift and talk a little bit about leadership education and the things we offer to help you become the best person that you can be. I know that many incoming students often don't think of themselves as a leader, but you probably are leading right now. You might be leading within your family, could be within an organization that you've been part of, or you may have a formal leadership position with the title. All of those things are leadership. One of the things that CU Denver is committed to doing is developing socially responsible leaders. A socially responsible leader understands that their decisions or the group's decisions that they're leading or participating within have an impact on the people they decide for. And so we want you to understand that power and that privilege of decision making. The other piece to socially responsible leadership is learning and understanding that all the time you spend focused on developing yourself while at CU Denver leads to being career ready. And so on the right-hand side of the screen, I want you to notice the career readiness competencies. These are 8 areas that employers have said that they would like to see college students in general across the country better developed within once they leave college. And so all of the leadership programs that our office hosts are tagged with these 8 areas. So if you know you've got an area where you'd like to learn more, simply look and sort our events based on those tags and start attending them. Some of the things that we offer that all of you are welcome to participate in are leadership workshops. We offer 25 a semester. 5 of those are currently recorded and uploaded on our YouTube channel, and you can watch them now. 20 workshops will be live, and so they will be offered once or twice a school year. They're every Wednesday at 3:30, and at the end of this presentation, you'll find out how to find that information. But we would love to have you join us. We have a variety of topics. The leadership workshops are presented by our office, the Center for Identity and Inclusion, the Career Center, and the Ethnic Studies Department. So a wide variety of topics. You also can enhance your resume by doing a leadership certificate program. This is an organized program where you do a number of workshops, you do some community service, and then you reflect on what you learned. The ultimate goal is to help you talk about what kind of leader you are or are developing to become in a job interview. So certificate programs are a great way to develop your skills, but also have something to add to that resume. They're also designed programs that you have your entire time at CU Denver to complete. So you certainly don't have to do all of the requirements in one semester. In fact, most students take 3 semesters to complete them. We also host leadership speakers, and we also recognize all of our outstanding student leaders at the end of the year during the MYLYNX Student Leadership Awards. Now, that being said, my favorite program is the LEAP program. The LEAP program is an 11-week program that you can join where we're going to study the social change model of leadership. We're going to figure out how do you know enough about yourself, know enough about how to work within a group that you can create change, societal change. This is a fabulous program. It's like taking a class, even though it's not one on your schedule. But within it, you're going to be in class with the same students and make some great friends while you're learning about these leadership concepts. You get to take a whole bunch of instruments to learn more about yourself, and you'll also get to do a leadership coaching appointment. The deadline to apply for the fall section of this class is on September 8th, and then we start meeting the very next week on Zoom on September 15th. I'm teaching this program along with Courtney Kristen, who's our student organizations coordinator, and we hope you'll consider joining it. If you can't participate this fall, this program is also offered every spring. Now, that brings me to the name of our leadership program. We have named our program the Summit Leadership Program, and if you go into MYLYNX, our student engagement platform, search for Summit Leadership Program and join. You're automatically added as a member, which means that you're going to get all the reminders and announcements about what's coming up. So no need to remember the things I just told you about. Join the Summit Leadership Program, and I'll shoot an email to your account and remind you as we get ready to go and have deadlines coming up. So let's switch and talk a little bit about community engagement. Part of being part of a new community is figuring out, how do I plug in? For many people, plugging in community engagement means community service. And so you do have the ability to do community service and volunteering with our support. We do events called Stop and Serve, where you might be walking by a classroom when we're back on campus, and you see a project going on in the hallway, and you can participate for just 10 minutes, but ultimately will help us accomplish something to benefit a nonprofit in our community. We also do voter engagement and voter education. This year we have a huge election coming up with presidential. We also have Congress and Senate seats open, and it's important to understand our role with local elections. We support clubs and organizations doing community service projects. And new this year, we're introducing a brand new group on campus. It's being sponsored by the School for Public Affairs, SPA, and it's called APO, or Alpha Phi Omega. It is a co-ed service fraternity. And so they borrow the Greek life language, but this group is for both men and women identified students. And basically, they focus on leadership, friendship, and going out and doing good things for our community. The other thing that we're really excited to introduce this year for community engagement are our deliberative dialogues. Deliberative dialogues are conversations in small groups, usually about 10 or 12 people, and we can, of course, host as many people as are interested in coming, but we'll do it through Zoom this year. We'll put you in a breakout room with a facilitator, but we're going to be talking about wicked problems. If you've never heard that phrase before, a wicked problem is one that doesn't have a neat solution. In fact, there might be lots of solutions, but they may not all be nice, neat problem solvers for every people or every group of people in our community. And so we're going to talk about some big, deep problems. So in September, we're talking about safety and justice. In October, we're talking about elections and how can politics flow a little bit better for our communities moving forward. And in November, we're talking about food insecurity. So those are our fall events. You can read the spring ones as well. These will happen once a month. And so students will sign up, be invited to a Zoom meeting, and then you'll be able to talk about these. We've done 2 of these sessions this summer, and 100% of the participants have said, I really liked this conversation. I'm coming to the next event. So we hope you'll join us. CU Denver, also sponsored by our office, has a word of the year, something for us to focus and concentrate on. Last year, our word of the year was elevate. This year, our word of the year is adapt. This word was selected by our Student Government Association and actually turned out with our COVID-19 pandemic experience to be a great word for us to focus on this year. All of us are going to have to learn how to adapt to new ways of being and learn how to be flexible. And so we want you to think about the word adapt this year. What can I do to help myself adapt? And what can I help somebody else? So I want to go to our last section of this short presentation and talk a little bit about student organizations. We have approximately 130 groups on campus each year, and student organizations are really important to your experience at CU Denver. Not only do you personally develop as you interact with folks planning events or maybe working together on a project, but you're learning job skills, so leadership skills, organizational skills, how to manage others, or maybe be managed and be a good follower. But you're also making great social connections. This is where you can find friends and people that have common experiences or common interests. And you never know, 5 years from now, you might be a graduate of this great institution and work at the same company with somebody you met in a club in college. So as I mentioned, those 130 groups, they're actually divided into 20 different categories. And so in a second, I'll show you a little bit about MYLYNX, which is our student engagement platform. You can sort all those groups by their theme, and that makes it a little less overwhelming. So you can sort and say, hey, I only want to know about cultural groups, or I only want to know about arts groups, or maybe it's academic clubs. And so that makes that list smaller, and then you can start checking out those teams. We will have a virtual student organization fair September 1st and 2nd. We're still in the planning process. So again, check back in with Student Life to find out more information about how you can interact with clubs. Two of the organizations that we actually sponsor on campus as an office are the Student Government Association and our SENTRY student newspaper. So if you look on the slide here on the bottom right, I would like to introduce you to your student body president and vice president. On the far right is Daniel Casillas, who's our president, and on the left is Fabian Laguna, who is our vice president. These two young men are excited to represent you to the administration and to faculty. They're also very concerned with you getting connected on campus, and invite you to be part of student government as well. Their meetings are Fridays at 12:30. This fall, they will be live streamed, and in the future, when we're back on campus, we meet in the Tivoli Student Center in room 640, and we will be there every Friday afternoon. This group hires and elects student leaders and has a number of committees. One of the ones to pay attention to is the events committee. They will definitely be doing some trivia events this year. We'd love to have you participate in some of that social fun with student government. And lastly, I would share with you that this group is responsible for Spirit Thursday. On Thursdays, we all wear spirit gear, so if you don't have a t-shirt yet, you definitely want to see if you can get by the bookstore, again, socially distanced, but find some swag that you can wear, and on Thursdays, we'll all wear our gear, even though we're at home. The other group I already mentioned that we sponsor is the student newspaper, and so they're called the SENTRY. The SENTRY has a number of different sections: news, forum, leisure, noise, and the photo booth. They're very much about arts and events. You can read the SENTRY this year online, or you can read their magazine. So if you'll notice here, I'm going to put my mouse on it in the middle here. We have hyperlinked this, and you will get a PDF of this presentation as well as this video. You can absolutely read their online magazine, which is the replacement for the paper, or you could just read it on their website. They do hire photographers, writers, and illustrators each year, and so if you're interested in journalism or the arts and expressing that through this paper medium, they would love to talk to you. The new thing they're doing this year are podcasts, and we're excited to see what kind of topics they talk about. So now I want to get to the most important thing for you as a student to know this year, and that's to download the MYLYNX app. So the MYLYNX student engagement platform is your one-stop shop to find everything that you need to know that's going on campus when it comes to student events. Our clubs post their events there, various departments and offices do as well. And so you can search for organizations, find something to do, and also you can earn experiences. So we encourage you to check out MYLYNX. They do have a phone app, and so if you download the app, the only thing it does is list those events. So if you've studied for class, you've done your Zoom meeting, you're like, I'm bored, I want something to do, that MYLYNX app will tell you what's going on campus that year that you can log in and enjoy. So we'd love to have you sign up for our newsletter. Again, you can do that through joining the Summit Leadership Group, or you can simply go straight to our website, ucdenver.edu/student-life. And about halfway down that page on the right-hand side, you'll see a place to sign up for our newsletter. We'll then send you information about registrations, Zoom links, for programs and events, and the advertising. We'd also love it if you'd follow our social media. We have a pretty active YouTube channel. Just between March and May of last year, we uploaded 28 new videos. We will get active and start uploading things again this fall. We'd love for you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Every once in a while, we use Facebook Live, so we hope you'll tune into a live event. So that ends my short little video about student life. Again, welcome to CU Denver. We're excited you're here. We're excited that you've decided to take a first-year experience class. And please interact with student life. We're here to support you.